I just want to ask you a question. Do you always feel like you lose all the physical battles you encounter when you play FIFA? If that's the case, then I have a few tips to actually change that, how to make your players more aggressive. Now, one thing people always do is like they make this mistake. They think the more you press the push and pull button, basically, I don't know, for me it's square, for most people it's circle, for the PS4, Xbox is like X or Y, I can't remember what. But yeah, they think the more you push the pull, like the more you tap it, the push and pull button, the more aggressive your player becomes. Actually, sometimes that's true, but it's more than like sometimes it leads to a foul, and sometimes it just doesn't work. You must have experienced that. Say you're pushing like a really experienced player, you're not gonna get in front of him by tapping it rapidly. You're just gonna like give him the chance to keep running. So today I'm just gonna give you a few tips on how to be aggressive. So first of all, it's patience. You just gotta be patient. Do not tap it like with the push and pull button. Little is more. Like basically tap it like gradually, like just tap it once, like, and make sure you time it. Don't just like jump into it. Like make sure you're close enough to the player, and it's usually best to tap the push and pull button when the player is about to kick the ball, because that's when it's more effective. Now, that being said, on your controller, the left analog, think of it like your player's body. So basically, whatever player you're controlling at that moment, the left analog is the player's body. Because think about it, like, I don't know if you play soccer in real life, but if you do, and you're playing soccer with someone, you're trying to nudge the person, what do? You kind of like shift your body towards the person, right? To kind of nudge them. It's the same thing with FIFA. They don't tell you this, you just learn this from experience, which kind of sucks. But yeah, when you tap the push and pull button in order to initiate the whole back and forth like tussle, it's now your job to nudge the player a little bit, like basically move your analog towards the player. Now, if this doesn't work, this is the most important step, because in FIFA 14, I don't know what they did, I think it's stupid, but the ball protect button trumps everything else. The ball protect button trumps everything else. So what the other player is going to do at this moment is try to protect himself. At this very moment, when he's trying to jump, you can actually see him make that movement. Press the button again and just chill for a bit. Then if your player is fast enough, when you're closer and you're still in that whole push-pull state, I know this won't happen like, this usually happens in like what, 3 seconds. I know, like, you know, it's not going to take this long. All these techniques, you don't have to do it at a go, but the best thing for you to do in most situations is like when you've initiated the whole back and forth tussle, tap your ball protect button. Because most of the times, like let's say I'm using someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, right, and the other person is using like a strong player like Ibrahimovic, I would not just go and start doing the push and pull. That's stupid. Why would I do that? I just run close enough to the person, make sure you're side by side with the person, and just type the ball protect button. You know what happens? Ronaldo, like in this situation, because I'm using Ronaldo just hypothetically, right? Ronaldo in this situation jumps in front of Ibrahimovic. That's how overpowered the ball protect button is. That's how it works basically. And then there's some situations where like they get a true pass, right? Most people panic. I used to before. Like, I'm talking from experience. Like when I say most people, sometimes it's actually me. Like, you know how I used to play. My game evolves the more I play. So yeah, when they give like a over-the-top true pass to someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, most people don't really know how to do the whole first touch thing. So they don't know how to push the ball forward immediately they receive the pass. I'll make a tip video about that like some other time. They don't know how to push the ball forward when they receive the pass, so they kind of like waste a few seconds trying to control the ball, and that's your chance. Now, at that moment, even if your defender is slow, all you should focus on isn't pushing like the person trying to control the ball. You should focus on going in front of this person. That way you can just tap the ball protect button and then just intercept, like jump in front of the person and take it. Or, as a rule of thumb, just in case none of this makes sense to you, when you tap the push and pull button, you won't do, like, it would be a like very good bet to tap the ball protect button immediately, because that is what actually like initiates like the whole push thing. Like sometimes I ever felt like this, okay, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just going to try to make some sort of graphic picture. I suck at editing videos, because it would be better if I actually show you this in actual gameplay, so I apologize for that. But let's just think of a situation like this. So this is the player right here. Have you ever had this kind of situation? Let me say this is a player and this is another player, right? And then this player does this, like literally just pushes your player out of the way. It's not because of the push and pull button. Push and pull button just pushes and pulls, like that's what it does. But the reason why the player completely like shifts you away from the ball, like just moves you like you're not there, is because of the ball protect button. Now most people know how to do this. Like they actually, like when they initiate the ball, like sometimes you may take the ball from your opponent, and next thing you see them trying to fight for the ball back. I can tell you the truth, it's just the ball protect button. That's it. The pace control, it should be the pace control button, but you know, like yeah, that's just it. So I guess if you're gonna take anything from this video, the ball protect button is the key. Like you can use the L3 button. I made a video about that earlier on. Like you can check it out. Like you can read the comments and stuff. It actually works, the L3 button. But I didn't want to mention it in this video because my controller is in like the left analog is kind of messed up because of how much I use the L3. Like basically I press the left analog down to like make my players more aggressive. But yeah, you can do that too if you want, if you don't mind like wrecking your controller. But yeah, it's not really good for the controller, especially this new PlayStation 4 controllers. They're actually pretty fragile. But I really hope that helps, and if you have any questions, please like leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, if it helps you at all, it won't like kill you in just like 3 seconds. Just hit the like button, please. It really helps me out. Thank you, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time.